What's up, guys? We're going to take a look at budget or value enduro mountain bikes today. We're going to go through 8 bikes under 3,200. Now, before we get too much into it, we probably have to lay down some ground rules. And if you haven't heard the term enduro, here's what it means in my opinion. So an enduro mountain bike is kind of geared more towards the downhill than it is the cross-country riding. So as much downhill capability as you can put into a bike without destroying the climbing ability. Now, to kind of put some numbers to that, so you have something to kind of go off and understand geometry-wise, an enduro mountain bike, in my opinion, has a lower than, we'll say, 66-degree head tube angle, probably 65 even or lower, more than 160 millimeters travel front and rear. You could say 150, but that's getting pretty short. And then, and then that's about it. Now, as I go through this list, there are bound to be plenty of bikes that I didn't put on here that you think should be on here. So if there are any that I missed, put a comment down below. I'd love to hear about different bikes, and I'm curious what bikes you're riding, what bikes you think, are super good value, and I'll check out any comments that you put down there. Then if you like this video, obviously, please like and subscribe. Helps me out. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, number 8 here, we have the Marin Alpine Trail 1 2024. This is coming in at $3,199. The Marin Alpine Trail 1 is built for rowdy riding and abuse. In geometry, it comes set up with a 460 millimeter reach. This is all in the medium, 633 millimeter stack, 63.5 degree head tube angle, 79 degree seat tube angle, and a 435 millimeter chainstay length. This is also set up as a mullet or a mixed wheel setup with a 29 in front and a 27.5 in the rear. For components, the Alpine Trail 1 is spec'd with a Fox 36th Rhythm 170 millimeter fork, Fox Float Performance shock, TRP Slate Evol brakes, and a Shimano Deore SGS 12-speed drivetrain. It rolls on VeeTire Co-Snap WCE tires out of the box. Number 7, we have the Orbea Rallon LT H20 2024, $2,859. The Rallon LT H20, like the H30 that we'll get to later, is built to attack rowdy trails and instill confidence. It comes set up with a 460 millimeter reach, 621 millimeter stack, 64.5 degree head tube angle, 77.5 degree seat tube angle, and a 440 millimeter chainstay length. It's also set up as a full 29er. The Rallon LT H20 is spec'd with top-of-the-line components: Fox Float 36 fork with the grip damper, Fox Float X Performance shock, Shimano M6120 brakes, and a Shimano XT 12-speed drivetrain. It rolls on Maxxis DHFs. Number 6, we have the Norco Sight A2 MX for $2,800 currently. The Norco Sight is built for a good time, set up to handle steep and tight descents. It comes set up with a 472 millimeter reach on the medium, 636 millimeter stack, 64 degree head tube angle, 77 degree seat tube angle, and a 428 millimeter chainstay length. Note that this comes with varied chainstay lengths according to the size. And it's a mixed wheel setup or a mullet bike, 29 in the front, 27.5 in the rear. The sight is set up with a Fox Float 36 160 millimeter fork, Fox Float X Performance shock, Shimano Deore MT420 Brakes, and a Shimano SLX 12-speed drivetrain. It rolls on dual Maxxis assegais. Number 5, we have the Orbea Rallon LT H30. It comes in at $2,339. The Rallon LT H30 won't hold you back, as it is designed to attack the rowdiest trails. For geometry, it comes set up with a 460 millimeter reach, 621 millimeter stack, 64.5 degree head tube angle, 77.5 degree seat tube angle, and a 440 millimeter chainstay length. It's also set up as a full 29er. The Rallon LT H30 is spec'd with a Fox 36 Float 160 millimeter travel fork, Fox Float Performance 2 shock, Shimano MT420 brakes, and a Shimano Deore M6100 12-speed drivetrain, and it rolls on Maxxis DHFs. Coming in at number 4 is the Polygon Colossus N9 for $2,299. This is the burlier version of the Colossus. The N9 has some really nice components here. And for geometry, it comes with a 460mm reach, 626mm stack, 63.5 degree head tube angle, 77 degree seat tube angle, and a 435mm chainstay length. It's also a full 29er. For components, the Colossus N9 is spec'd with a Fox 38 Performance 170mm fork, Fox Float X2 shock, SRAM Code R brakes, and a Shimano XT 12-speed drivetrain. It rolls on Schwallbe Magic Marys with the Addix soft compound. At number 3, we have the Polygon Colossus N7. It's $1,999. The Colossus is built burly, like the name would indicate, and it's intended to point downhill on the toughest trails. For geometry, it's the same as the N9. And for components, the Colossus N7 is set up with a Rockshox Zeb up front, Rockshox Super Deluxe Select Plus shock in the rear, Tektro HD-M735 brakes, and a Shimano FC-Mt150 12-speed drivetrain. It rolls on VeeTire Flow Snap 2.6 tires. At number 2, we have the Polygon Siskiu T8, priced at $1,899. The Siskiu T8 is a do-it-all bike for riders of all levels, from flowy single track to technical features. For geometry, it comes with a 460mm reach, 607mm stack, 65.5 degree head tube angle, 76.5 degree seat tube angle, and a 430mm chainstay length. In the small and medium, you can get a 27.5 setup, and medium and XL all come in 29-inch wheel setup. For components, the T8 comes set up with a Fox 34 rhythm fork with a grip damper, Fox Float DPS Evol LV shock, Shimano BR-MT420 Brakes, and a Shimano SLX SL-M7100 12-speed drivetrain. It's also rolling on VeeTire or Schwalbe Hans Dampf setups, depending on the tire size or the wheel size. At number 1 here, we have the GT Force 29 Comp at $1,575. The GT Force is built with fun in mind and a focus on gravity descents. It comes with a 445mm reach, 615mm stack, 65 degree head tube angle, 77 degree seat tube angle, and a 442mm chainstay, and rides on 29-inch wheels front and back. The GT Force is spec'd with a Fox Float Performance 38 fork, Fox Trunnion Shock, Shimano MT420 Brakes, and a Shimano Deore M6100 12-speed drivetrain. And it rolls on Maxxis DHF and DHR combo. Alright guys, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you out on the trails. Cheers.